The war's over, but he doesn't know about it. December 1944, World War II rages on. Japanese soldier Hiroo Onoda is sent with his men to an island in the Philippines called Lubang to slow down, hinder, or prevent the American enemy from landing there. His superior, Major Taniguchi, gave him the following order. You are absolutely forbidden to die by your own hand. The operation may take 3 years, it may take 5, but whatever happens, we'll come back for you. In the meantime, while you still have 1 soldier left, you must carry on. Onoda complies, and the men do all they can. But a few months later, American troops take the island, crushing Japanese forces in the process. Onoda survives and takes refuge in the mountains in the heart of the island to continue the fight through guerrilla operations with 3 other Japanese soldiers. They lived off jungle food, occasionally attacking locals for rice or livestock. But then, one day in October 1945, a shower of paper broke through the treetops. The men approach and come across what appear to be pamphlets dropped from a plane, informing them that the war is over, Japan has lost, and the remaining soldiers must stop fighting. The moment is suspended as the 4 comrades ponder what they have before them. Then, very quickly, they realize that it is strictly impossible that Japan could have surrendered so quickly. It's clear then that these leaflets are the result of a propaganda operation by the Allies to induce them to surrender. And that's out of the question. They've got their orders, and Japan couldn't lose. In the weeks that follow, more events of this kind take place. Sometimes with photos of their loved ones to convince them, and sometimes even with the physical presence of a Japanese official to warn them of the end of the war. But the soldiers don't waver in the face of this crude attempt at destabilization and continue their mission while awaiting reinforcements. The truth, however, is that the war is well and truly over, and the years pass. The story of soldiers who never surrendered goes from fact to rumor to legend, and these men, so well hidden, end up really disappearing from the minds of their compatriots. 29 years later, in a peaceful, globalized Japan, a young student named Naruo Suzuki decides to travel the world with 3 top priorities: Onoda, a panda, and the Yeti, in that order. The man travels to Lubang and plunges into the thick, rugged jungle in the heart of the island, following in the footsteps of the mythical Hiroo Onoda. And surprisingly, where so many others have failed, Suzuki finds the soldier still alive and deeply suspicious, for of his 3 companions, the first has surrendered and the other 2 are dead. However, after a tense approach, Suzuki confirms that the war has been over for almost 30 years and tries to convince Onoda to return to Japan with him. But Onoda has received clear orders from Major Taniguchi, who promised to come and get him, so he won't surrender and won't believe the war is over until Taniguchi returns to give the order. Suzuki soon realizes that he's not going to change his mind. He takes a photo of them as proof and returns to Japan in search of the Major, whom he finds retired and now a bookseller. Stunned, Taniguchi makes the trip to the island and reunites with his subordinate. It was in March 1974 that Onoda faced his superior again, 29 years after their last contact, and was officially ordered to surrender. He could hardly believe it. All his lost years, all the lives he himself has taken, his fallen companions, all for this. But he finally agrees to stop fighting. Hiroo Onoda is pardoned despite his many crimes. He became a living legend in his homeland for his unprecedented self-sacrifice, courage, and devotion. And after 30 years of a war that existed only for him, he can finally live in peace.